Welcome to Daily Plunge. We are in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 13, verses 1 through 22. Now, we're told at the beginning that Saul was 30 years old, and he reigns until he's 72. 42 years. It's a long time to reign and be not doing that great. Now, he has 3,000 chosen or valiant men, and this is his standing army. And his son Jonathan goes and attacks a Philistine outpost and basically pokes the bear. And Saul trumpets this, saying, "Look at the victory I, Saul, have won. I've made myself obnoxious to the Philistines, yea, me." But then the Philistines muster their army. Now, Saul had trumpeted, and after his little victory, he said, "Let's get all our army together." And he gathered a bunch of men. But then the Philistines muster their army, and they have 3,000 chariots. The chariots are the cutting-edge military technology at the time. One man to drive and one man to kill. And on top of that, they got all kinds of other soldiers. And so the Israelites they're quaking with fear. And their army is hiding and fleeing, hiding in the crevices. They're getting out of Dodge. They're literally crossing the border, saying, "Get out of Israel." And as Saul watches his army melt away, he's praying, and Samuel, the prophet, had told him, "I'm on my way, wait 7 days." Well, Saul, just watching his army melt away, can't wait anymore. And so he brings an offering to the Lord, but he's not supposed to. And Samuel says, you're just foolish, and Saul makes excuses. Well, why? I couldn't wait on you. I'm looking at my army melting away. Well, they're not his army, really. They're the Lord's. And he's looking at what he can do with his own hand. He's looking at his own human resources, and he's not repentant. He's making excuses, rationalizations, why it was okay for him to not be obedient. And Saul tells him, "You've done it. You're foolish. You will not keep God's command. You will not live trusting God even when it's uncomfortable for you." And, God was going to establish your kingdom. But instead, he's going to seek a man after his own heart. And what is a man that's after the heart of God? Is one who trusts the Lord, no matter what. And Samuel goes with Saul to Gibeah with the 600 men. And at that time, we hear about how the Philistines break their army into 3 different prongs. This is a full-fledged military crisis for Israel. But wait, it gets worse. It turns out that the Philistines sort of have the market on the cutting-edge technology. They have the blacksmiths. They have the Iron Age technology, and so that the Israelites are outmatched when it comes to technology. They're outmatched when it comes to a budget, right? There's only 2 swords amongst the whole army, and Jonathan and Saul have the 2 swords. And so, what hope do they have when they're so outmatched? I think as we read through this passage, we are to pray, to trust God, even when our human resources, our human abilities look meager, where we feel outmatched. We need to be praying to the Lord, and especially as the church. Are we outmatched by the world? Absolutely. Can we beat the devil? Can we defeat evil? No way. But we have a champion who comes to fight for us, and that's where we put our trust. Well, thanks, friends. Have a blessed day.